What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Infinity Presence Podcast, episode number 2, just for you, sponsored by Sheath Underwear, the most comfortable underwear on the planet. I have a very special guest for you guys, Matt Xian, the founder of Time Wheel Records, vocalist of Something Fiction, and a co-owner of Sheath Underwear. Welcome.
Yo, what up? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here, brother.
Yep, it's a pleasure.
So we just came back from the Mile High City, Denver. First time. You want to tell them about that amazing trip?
Big Denver, baby. Yeah, so we just went to Denver. We were there on business with Sheath. So Sheath is our sponsor. Create the best underwear in the world, like you said. And we were out at the ISE, which is the International Sportsman's Expo. It takes place in the Denver Convention Center. Or it might be Colorado Convention Center, one or the other. But it was a great time. We stayed in the Airbnb, listened to some good music, and met up with our homies Adam and Eve, who are Time Wheel artists. Had a freaking awesome time, man. How did you enjoy yourself?
Oh my God, I enjoyed myself. It snowed Friday. We got there late Wednesday, and then early Friday ended up snowing. Mm-hmm. And we had to go get our coffee run. That's one of the rituals, is getting up early, starting our breath work, and then getting some coffee. But the whole breakdown at the Colorado Convention Center was just lit up. I mean, there was nonstop action. Mm-hmm. You know, you had dog training going on, preventing dogs from getting bit by rattlesnakes using that shock collar treatment. You had freaking tricked out ATVs, trucks. You had boats. What else?
Sprinters.
Ooh,
which is a little foretelling, and we are going to get into talking about the Sprinter a little bit, as I remember we said in our first podcast. So, yeah, I mean, you know, they had all kind of stuff. They had food, they had drinks, they had hot sauce.
Oh, Go Scream, shout out.
Yep. Yeah, actually, give him some love. Let's tell a story about this guy. He was like pretty much next door to us, and he kept giving us free salsa. Not salsa, but just hot sauce, I guess you could call it. And it was literally the hottest hot sauce. What was it made of?
Yo,
is it habanero?
That was like the base ingredient. Normally it's like not that hot, but he's like, yeah, that was pretty much the foundation of this one. We have a bunch of habaneros, chili paste. Right. I'm sure there's some secret ingredients, but you don't need a lot. Like, that is potent. You could cook with anything using that stuff. So shout out to Go Scream hot sauce.
Boom. Yeah, show him some love on IG and whatnot. But it's crazy how humans love, you know, hot, spicy stuff, because as I understand it, that's the plant's defense mechanism to not be eaten. And yet we enjoy, you know, the pain.
Yeah, that's that. I like to say it's that capsaicin rush. You know, capsaicin is the actual hot part of the pepper, has a lot of vitamin C, boosts the immune system. And one of my personal rituals is adding in a serrano pepper to my meals. At least literally one serrano pepper a day. I take a bite of my food, I bite into the serrano pepper, and on until it's done. So
nice.
Shout out to the pepper world, all the pepper freaks out there.
Yeah.
Tell them about day 3 when it started to turn up, because we were selling a lot by day 2, but day 3 I feel like we can jump right into that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, day 3 is the busiest day, as I understand it. It was Saturday. And it was pretty much shoulder to shoulder traffic, where you had to like shuffle. You couldn't really walk, you know, at full speed. You had to kind of like look out for people everywhere, through every aisle. And yeah, it was awesome. Like, for our company, we sold a lot of product that day. We pretty much sold out of all of our most popular sizes and styles on Saturday, and we still had a whole nother day to go. So the next day we still ended up, you know, selling a lot of product, but we had got rid of almost all of our most popular stuff on the 3rd day. So it was wild, and it was a long day too. Like, I remember getting off, I was exhausted, but I was literally going through like an exhaustion in my body I hadn't felt in a while, because, you know, we don't work like the jobs we have to stand up for 8 and 12 hours. You know, right. I'm kind of a computer guy, and you know, a lot of the work we do as Time Wheel and Sheath, and even Something Fiction, producing music, you know, you're sitting down in a studio, your feet are rested, you know, after that freaking
climate control.
Yeah. That day though, man, it made me tired. So shout out to all the people out there doing that hard, working with the body and stuff. We really appreciate y'all.
And if you've never heard of Sheath Underwear, what makes us special, it has a dual pouch on the inside to separate the male anatomy from the legs, so you're not sweating, sticking, chafing. We're ending the war on chafing and discomfort. And one of the funniest things that would counter with our proposal to people was, oh, I don't wear underwear.
Right.
You're telling me you're in your jeans callousing up the goods down there, getting swampy, and you're proud about that?
I know.
I don't wear underwear.
They were so proud to not wear underwear. I don't understand it. But to me, that's kind of gross. I don't all of our listeners, all of our viewers, y'all don't not wear underwear, and you should actually wear sheath
Please, you
underwear.
don't want the hanging fruit syndrome. You know what I'm talking about with the old dudes at the gym. I'm just saying. We don't even have to go into details. Mm-hmm. Day 4, though, last day, we pretty much sold out of everything we brought out of all the cases of underwear.
Yeah.
It was just smalls. I mean, just to be real, there weren't a lot of small people. I think that was the only reason we didn't sell those underwear out. And then once we were done, we packed up pretty quickly. We got out of the Colorado Convention Center, got settled into the Airbnb for our last night. We kicked back. Adam and Eve came over. You want to tell us about how you guys met up and how's it been?
For sure. Adam and Eve are people we met through Supertask, who's a Time Will label artist who's put out a couple things with us. And apparently they were roomies together in Los Angeles for, a number of months. And then, Supertask was like, yo, these guys are awesome. Check out their music. I did, and I loved it. So we've been putting out music with Adam and Eve. And in fact, we're about to announce a new single. And it was super good. I got to listen to it yesterday. So good. So if you guys are into like psychedelic electronic music, like low tempo or what's called down tempo, like dub type stuff, go check out Adam and Eve. It's ADMXEVE. It's also on Time Will SoundCloud. Super good music. And speaking of music, we were enjoying, the new Something Fiction album out in Denver. That was a lot of fun. How did you enjoy it? What do you think about it?
I was literally dancing in the snow. Okay, real talk. I was in my onesie, had my headphones on, album popped on, and I didn't come back inside basically until the album was over. So I had like 40 minutes and I wasn't even cold. I was just in a different world. The album's called The Gate That Lets You In. I've been ready for it to drop, but it finally dropped on the 11th. SoundCloud, Spotify, what else? What are the
Apple Music / iTunes this week, and Bandcamp.
I'm gonna try my best to describe the music, but it is powerful. Like, puts you into some extraordinary energy. Psychedelic, electronic, but also rock. I mean, a little bit of hip hop in there. There's so many different fusions, but I think it's really changing music and where we're headed. It was like a meditation from beginning to end. And honestly, I want to just thank you guys for putting in that work and not dropping it early. You put in countless hours to get it to the masterpiece level. Mission accomplished.
Thank you, man. Yeah, appreciate the love. Yeah, and it was, first of all, I'm the vocalist / lyricist for Something Fiction. I'm also the producer. I do beats. I do some synth as well. We've also got a member named who does guitar named Raul Rodriguez III. Also goes by Tryon Ray. He's doing the guitar and bass on most of the tracks. He also did some love on the synth and drums as well in other areas. And we had 2 studio musicians, Nick Greeter and Jacob Greeter, brothers, that did drums and bass as well. And it's kind of like, a genre-less album, kind of like you said. We're blending many elements from different types of music, bringing them all together into like a melting pot of like one big sound. And we ended up calling it The Gate That Lets You In. It's 11 tracks, 41 minutes, and it was a lot of fun to make. Probably took, a good 2 years of work.
Wow.
And we just don't really rush the process because it's all about fun. Like, as long as I'm having fun mixing it, as long as I'm having fun recording it, improving it, like, there's no big rush to like please anybody other than ourselves with our music, you know what I mean? So that's our angle with it, you know, but I am excited that it's out and that we get to move on to new creations now. So what about you? You're making music too. What's going on?
Well, February 3rd last year, I started music after just denying myself the privilege of doing it. And it's been, I swear to you, the most fun I've had in my life. Like, better than any workout, you know, better than any place to go to, because it's all within and it's that creative energy. And when you're challenging yourself to create something you've never created, it's just like, it's a rush. You know what I mean? And I have an EP on the way, Neighborhood Shaman. We're going to drop that February 22nd, 2/22. If you want to hear my music right now, go on SoundCloud, type in Steven Samadhi. Steven with a V, Samadhi is Samadhi. There's 10 tracks out on the Kundalini Katana mixtape. Every single track was freestyled. I really love freestyling. But this EP is definitely going to be more refined, really going tighter with the overall structure, what I'm talking about, all the positives in my life, all the challenges, and just overall being grateful to share memories with friends and family and make an impact that's timeless.
Absolutely. Yeah, music is a type of way to like document, you know? It's like, hey, what up? It's all good. So we'll wrap it up here in like a minute or two. But yeah, music is like a way to document what's going on in your life, you know, your emotions, like the heights of the awesome experiences you're having, the lows, you know, like just being able to transmute any like negative experience into music. And I think that is like spiritual work in a sense. And, you know, creating art of any sort.
True.
Hell yeah. Creating art of any sort is a type of spiritual work. You know, even if you don't understand it, maybe you don't consider yourself a spiritual person. You don't even know what spirituality is. You don't really have a connection to the divine, but you know what makes you feel good. And that's really what matters, is feeling good in your body about who you are, being confident in your work, getting better, improving over time. And, you know, that's what life's about. I think that's life's mission, is just to get better and keep going and inspire other people.
That's beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Just to add to that, yeah, it's like a fulfillment therapy, you know, because sometimes we don't feel 100% fulfilled, or we don't feel like we're on point or making progress. But using your creative energy is one of the best things you can do to remember just how magical life is. And we're gonna continue making music. It's an adventure, you know, and adventures never end. They just keep going. Episode 3 next week, we're gonna touch on getting that custom Mercedes-Benz Sprinter.
Yeah, we ran out of time today, but yeah, that's actually a big thing coming in the future. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, and yeah, let's discuss it on episode 3.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have a great day. As always, peace and love guides the way.
Thank you. Later.